I just thought of a saying, an old dad joke that I used to get from my father, and that he used to say all the time. And I'm just thinking, boy, on my work I'm doing now, I found an incredible program I want to tell you about today. It's from a government bank that it's not a normal bank, because it's run by the government, so they don't have to make a profit. That's why they give out grants. But my father's saying that he used to say around the house, every day I learned something new. Today I learned a dandy. After I ate 10, I found out X-Lax wasn't candy. Most people don't even know what XX is, but it helps the bowel movement, and it's chocolate flavored, so it looks like candy. So that's the dad joke of the day. But what I really want to talk about is something called the Federal Home Loan Bank Board. I talk about this sometimes. Now, this is a bank that helps other banks, and um, they're quasi government in a way. So you don't deal with them directly. There's a national one, and then there's regional banks that they have. And what you do, I'll show you how to find the regional banks. And then you actually don't get the money directly from these regional banks because the regional banks give money to regular commercial banks because commercial banks will never give loans. And so they want to get money to people. So the government goes through commercial banks and has the commercial bank give grant money, the government's grant money through the commercial bank. So that's why it's hard to find from commercial banks. It's not part of their normal business and things like that. It's a little funny, to find it. So what you have to do is find your local, your regional Federal Home Loan Bank Board. Let me give you a, a website here. FHLBANKS.com. F is in Frank, H is in Henry, L is in Lesko, and then the word banks, BANKS.com. FHLBANKS.com. When you get there, you want to find a listing of their banks. So on the tabs on top, you have About, and then you have FHL banks, and you click on that listing, and you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like 12 or 13 cities where they are. Now, the city, what they're in, like Atlanta, they cover 4 or 5 states around Atlanta. So if you're looking for their program, the ones that I'm telling you about now, for investing in real estate or business or even buying a homes, fixing up homes, they have grants for all these, and they give them to the regional Federal Home Loan Bank boards, and then your local, even your local, Bank America or Chase or whatever, gets the money from them to give to you. So what you have to do is go to your regional Federal Home Loan Bank office and see if there's any programs there that you're interested in, and then they tell you which banks where you live have them. You see that? So that's why if you go to a bank and say, "Hey, I want to know about this $1 million to invest in real estate," they say, well, "What the fuck? Are you crazy, man? We don't give you a $1 million grant and invest in real estate." So that's why you have to know the jargon and understand the system. And it's not complicated. You just have to follow your nose. If someone says no, then you have to look somewhere else. I would like to help with all those grants, uh, any grants that you offer. Well, that's how you find it. Okay, you want to see all those grants, and they're different in every area. So every area has a different kind of programs, but they all have programs for housing. They all have programs for real estate investing. They all have programs for buying a house. They all have programs to help uh, entrepreneurs. And so you have to find out exactly What is in your area? Now, this takes work, and I know a lot of people just want me to give you a website that you fill out the application. I can't do that. Nobody can because there's so many of them. I mean, from the Federal Home Loan Bank Board, there's probably 500, 600, 7 different programs that they have, and they're all at different offices locally. So that's what you have to do, and that's what all of life is now. That you have to do this scraping the dirt off the ground to find it. They're not. If it's easy, it's probably over. And the good stuff takes work, but it's there all the time. And those that are willing to put in the time and the work to find it, to apply, are the ones that eventually succeed. And still, remember, I cannot guarantee you're going to get money. Nobody can. The only people that can do that are the people that give out the money. So you got to find them. So what I do, uh, put in the zip code and what you need help with. Uh, Clarity, that's somebody else. Is there contact? Do you have contact classes? I would like to apply for classes. Natasha, you talking about? Oh, Charity, I love you. Charity, uh, is that a contract classes? Yes. Okay. If you want to take a, a, a free course on getting government contracts, start with your SBDC. Okay, and that you find your local SBDC by going to Americas, AMERICAS, and then SBDC.org. Okay, Americas, SBDC.org. And they'll help you learn. There's another one, it's PTACE, or I can't remember it offhand, but they'll get you started. If not, uh, if you're a member, you can ask us a million questions, or just ask them where else can you know, and they should know. If not, go to SBA.gov, and when you go to SBA.gov, look for community navigators, because they're the people that sit down with you for free on anything to do with starting or expanding your business. What do I need to do? Just join the live video. What do you need to do? It depends on what you want to do. You want to look for money for something? I mean, what I do is show people about government programs. And we charge $20 a month to get all the training and to apply to every grant you're eligible for, but it still takes work on your part. And that's at letsgohelp.com. Letsgohelp.com. Uh, Now, if you can't afford the $40, and charity, look at this, what I just set up for people who can't pay anything. Uh, and it's TryLesco, TryLesko.com. Okay, and you could download a report that has all video instructions to find grants on almost anything. It's a way to get you started. And if you want to know if I'm a scam or not, uh, that's a way to see, because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you something like this to find the grants in your area. Not a scam thing, but it's going to take work. So that's why you could try me for free at trylesco.com. And you can download that roar, the video explanations there on how to use the services there that I have for free, so you don't have to do it. Let's see, Patty Lyle, I love you so much and all the amazing ways you help the world. Thank you so much for my heart for the $500 car grant that I won through you. No, Pete, uh, that is, you just hugged me this morning, and I could use a hug this morning. Thank you, Troy. And that is just wonderful to hear. See, that's why I am going to do this for the rest of my life. I mean, if I could, you know, uh, show somebody that $500 to improve their life, I have nothing better to do for the rest of my life. I'll do this uh, for the rest of my life, and as long as I'm physically able, and if I'm not, I'll probably get a gun or something. If I can't contribute, what the hell are we doing here, right? Uh, it's And that's so important. I mean, hugs are so important. We treat each other terribly, I think, in this country or in the world or whatever. And the good part of us, we say, well, that's terrible. You got to give the best you have to people, so you get the best back. We're too cautious and protective, and afraid to get hurt. You're going to get hurt no matter what the fuck you do. So give up on that. But I find the older I get, the more I open my heart, the better I feel. And opening your heart. Look, I never had people on the internet tell me they love me. Well, fuck, I couldn't even get anybody in my family to say that. Yeah. I mean, that is just a wonderful thing. And so, kindness and opening your heart is really what it's all about. We don't encourage that in other people. And capitalism, I enjoy it, I love it. But the downside is it doesn't promote that. It promotes selfishness. When the, you know, all the really good things in life, like love and growing your heart and things like that, is almost the opposite of capitalism. So that's why we all think that's bad, or you're not doing the right thing if you're you're helping somebody else. Fuck no, man, that's the best thing in the world. That's why, people I think finally realize that, and I'm one of them. I mean, that's the secret in life. The secret is not getting as many toys as you can. So you have to take care of yourself. That's very important. But giving is is the nicest feeling in the world. Yeah. And so really you're very selfish if you give because it feels so good. I mean, that's what I feel. I mean, I love giving because it feels so good, man. So I'm just a selfish, greedy bastard. Yeah. Maggie, you like my Vogue Gloam? And somewhere in China I get these. They're very cheap, like $100 for a whole thing. Van, like glamour, sort of like glamour, but lots of O's in it. And the frames are like $20, and the glasses, yeah, like maybe $100 or whatever. And I spent $300-400 on this thing. That's terrible. You are the light of somebody's life. You changed my life forever, and I can't Lord, thank you enough for all that you have done and continue to do. Well, I love hearing that. I'm embarrassed when somebody says that, Charity, and I don't know what to do. If I could hold your hand next to me, that would be nice, so I could feel that. Um, it is. We all struggle through this stuff. How do you get a grant for about $50,000? Well, there's probably 1,437 ways to do that. You can't. You have to first of all figure out what do you need it for, okay? And when you figure out what do you need it for, and then you have to start finding the organizations that help you to solve that problem. Whether you get a 50,000 grant or 20 or 150,000, it depends. I mean, there are just too many. It's sort of like I want to date a blonde actress. Well, it can, but you're going to miss a lot of stuff. What you do is really say you have a problem to solve. I want to start a business. I want to buy a house. That's the way you should solve the problem. You're in debt. I want to get rid of this debt. And you go after the problem that way, not that I need $50,000. Well, yeah, that'll solve it because you only know of the one way to solve it is somebody give you a shitload of money. But there are other ways. And so you eliminate the other possibilities by saying a definitive amount of money. Yeah. And what you have to do is say, okay, I have this problem. I have a debt problem. I got to solve that problem. I want to start a business. I got to solve that problem. I got to get a job. I got to solve that problem. Right? Not just, oh, if I only had $100,000, I'd solve all the problems. Yes, you would. But that'll take you forever if you find it. And there's probably 100 other ways to solve that problem that you and I would never know about it. And so that's why you have to go at the problem by saying just you have the problem, not your problem is you can't get $100,000. Your problem is you can't buy a house. Your problem is you can't get a good job. Your problem is you can't start a business. So that is, and you'll get a lot more help, a lot more. of all kinds of help. Elementary, could you send me the the meta report? Oh, if you remember, yes, all that's available for everybody. So just ask me on Facebook or uh, the Let's Go Help too, and we'll get it for you. But the free one, try letsgo.com. That's the free report if you're not a member, and that will start you on the system and teach you. It's really a way is if you have trouble with your debt, I'll show you the first places to start for that, or with a business. The first places are housing, all these things, and they give you a starting place, and you have to call these people. You just don't want to. You just can't fill out the application. That's why I'm sending you the report and a video instructions on how to call all these people to start solving your problem. If you don't want to do that, then it's silly to waste $20 on me. Because that's what you're going to have to do. You may not have to. A lot of people like certain programs. Yeah, yeah. Here's the application. Bim, bam. Thank you, man. But if you really want to solve the problem, because a lot of times that won't work, then you have to really want to learn to dig in. Hello, Matthew. Could you send me the meta report? Okay, so that's on the. It's downloadable on Let's Go Help 2 now. If you go, and also our 500 mini grants report is downloadable on both, and particularly on the. It's easier to find on Let's Go Help too. But on Facebook, start a new Facebook chat, or not chat, discussion, and I will answer all your questions personally. And that's what I do. I come out, I exercise for about 9.5, 2 hours or more, whatever it takes me, and then I do a video. I'll go home, answer questions personally from members, and do some more videos to explain other programs to you, because that's the important thing. You have to know about. You have to. I do this because it's trying to open your mind about the possibilities out there. Our minds are very closed-minded. You know, we think we're smart. We are, but we don't have all the data necessary. So that's why I want to open your mind to more data, more options, and learn, to use this system, not have it use you. You let it use you if you let it. You don't have to let it. You could use it. And so start getting behind the curtain a little bit and finding out how it works. And you just take a little step and see, hey, that's sort of interesting. Look what I just got. Hey, that's sort of interesting. That guy helped me for about 30 minutes on the phone. And now I solved the problem. And that's the way you grow in doing this. Uh, I'm just reading again here on the Federal Home Loan Bank Board. Yeah, Boston has a program, $30,000 grants. Chicago has 5,000 businesses that gave grant to. And this is a bank, a bank. When the hell have you seen banks give grants? Okay, how about $10,000 for home repair grant? That's right. Almost all of them have something like that. They almost all have $15,000 or $12,000 down payment money uh, for buying a home. Yep, and closing cost money. Yeah, um, principal reduction money. All this kind of stuff. And also, it's owner occupied 1 to 4 families. So you could take their money and have a 4 family unit and rent out the other 3. So now you have a home and you're a real estate investor. Now that's pretty good, right? I think so. Yeah. So if you get help buying a 4 family home, and so you got a place to live and 3 other units that bring in income. Now that's pretty good. Put in as a charity. Maggie Smith just pointed, joined the live video. What did I do? I don't know. Oh, where we? I love your outfits. Well, I do too. That's my downfall. I say, if I get broke, I get. My thing I'd hurt most is buying new outfits. Actually, this is real cheap clothing. It's custom, but it's like $30 I get the custom made. My suits are like $100 I get them custom made. Uh, you're the light of many. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is selfish. Reading all these wonderful stuff. I got to finish my exercise because I want to live long, so I could keep an open heart. I just want to help people as much as I can and keep that feeling. because it feels so good. And I'm just a selfish, greedy bastard who wants to feel good. In Boston, you need to be registered in SAM to get these grants. No, I mean that SAM is for getting contracts, and that's just government contracts. That's just federal contracts. Uh, so you got to go out and get, just say, okay, I want to get a contract. All right, that's what you do. Don't pretend you know the answer to anything because the answer is different every place you look. So don't know the answer. Go out and find the answer for what you need. So if it's money for a business, okay, I just got to go out there and find money for business. Okay. If it's for buying a house, okay, I just got to go out there and find money for it. Don't think you know what it is. I don't know, and I've been studying this stuff for 48 years, and it changes daily. So go out and get your change. Stop saying that you are not and can never be. Oh, P class. Listen. Anybody who's got is it Pique? That's an interesting name. I love it. Uh, can you send us a something on Facebook or on Let's Go Help Too? How it helped you? Because see, if I get people who receive money, whether they receive the computer or one of our grants or whatever, then and if you come back and tell us you got it or whatever, then it'll encourage other people to realize this is not a scam. So many people think it's a scam because it sounds like, oh, I promise you all this stuff. And there's just too many people out there stealing from people to do that. And so it really would help if you do it, whether it's a video or just a note or take a picture of the computer or your new roof. I don't care what it is. Just to let us know that you got it and it was helpful. And that's the important thing. So people know that this is real. We're really trying. Today's your birthday. Wow. Wow. Are you happy birthday, Rebecca? Yeah. Good morning, Matthew, and everyone out there. Yeah. Well, I was 80, I guess, about a 7-Eleven. Yeah, a month ago. I turned 80. So I think I got 90 pretty much locked up. That doesn't look too hard now that I'm 80. Oh, you're 60. Oh, you're a child. What a child. 60 years old. You know when the government considers you a senior? 40. 40 years old, the government considers you a senior. That's right. That's when age discrimination starts, at 40. So they consider you a senior at 40. Man, that's half my life ago. PK, that's how you say, oh, thank you, PK. Oh, neat. Um, Listen, you guys make my life so worthwhile. I appreciate every second of it, and I know it could go away in an instant, so I treasure it. And I'm very thankful, and I just can't wait to get up every morning and try to help as many people as I can, as long as it works. If it doesn't, then I'll try to find some way else to be useful. We all should be useful in this country. So, thank you for helping me with my heart. Love you so.